there's been a lot of talk about the need to improve infrastructure in rural areas, including high-speed broadband. Where do you stand on allowing private, for-profit telecom companies to have access to public rights-of-way to expand access to broadband?
Yeah, this is something I think, so as a political newcomer, this is something I'm still learning a lot about. And I think it's really important that we engage those local communities as well as the property owners in those discussions. But for me, this is the perfect example of how we need to do a better job of bringing businesses into solving some of the problems that plague our state or some of our communities, particularly in rural Georgia. We've got a great set. In fact, I think we've got 450 of the Fortune 500 companies who have offices in Georgia, and I think it's 17 of them that are headquartered in the Atlanta area. We've got businesses starting throughout this state. For me, part of what I see missing in the government landscape right now is the appropriate engagement of those businesses in creating solutions to these problems. And again, not just from one side, not just from the corporate side and their needs to get things like infrastructure out into on the broadband front. I think you also need to bring in companies to look at economic revitalization. We need to look at educational systems. We need to look at smart partnerships to expand access to healthcare. So from my perspective, this is a great place to bring together all of the stakeholders and make a decision that works best for Georgians. It's interesting because in the corporate world, this is just sort of how things work, guys. It seems to be somewhat different in politics, but for us, when we approach a massive decision, we're engaging labor, we're engaging investors, we're engaging employees, we're engaging our customers. There's not a single stakeholder that doesn't have a seat at the table in those decisions. And while everyone may not walk away from the table with exactly what they wanted, we all walk away with a solution that's infinitely better because we all participated than it would have been if any one entity or stakeholder had made that decision solo. So from my perspective, these are community discussions, they're stakeholder discussions, they should be robust, they should be public, but they should be participative with the business community as well.